Okay, welcome back everyone. We are about 8 minutes away from FOMC statement coming up, and I'm looking at S&P and I want to get short just a few minutes before the news releases. I believe yesterday we had the high impact news completely obliterate all this buy side here, right? So I think we should see indices going lower. All this basically, sell side here. Can draw a trend line really on this. So I believe the drawn liquidity is bearish, and of course because it's a FOMC, I'm going to go on a very low risk, assuming that if I'm wrong, I'm also going to get slipped. That's why I'm going to go on a very low risk, but I will also expect a much higher R. So we can see, obviously we did hit inside the daily, the 1 hour imbalance here. We took out this swing high also, so that's, well, literally just, tapped a little bit above it. So obviously we have sell side also here, very obvious equal lows. And we have, what? 6 minutes from FOMC news release. Let me wait about maybe 1 more minute. And again, as you can see, it's the same account. Okay. So this is where I am going to go short here. So let's just account for a possible spike. And I would like to see a nice drop. So we're talking about what, basically a little bit more than 4-hour trade. Obviously with a potential slippage, but again, that's why I'm going on a lower position size. So my initial risk is this. But if I'm wrong, I'm willing to accept, a slippage, maybe even double of this amount. Still, then that will be basically a 2-hour, kind of trade. I mean, if it slips me twice, but twice of this amount. But right now, this is what we have. Again, bias is bearish. Would like to see sell side being taken. We have just 5 minutes away from the news. Let's see if we can get it. If we look at Nasdaq, Nasdaq is pretty much doing very, very similar. Overshot this imbalance here. Very similar price action. This, I'm not even going to look at this. US30 is not as important to me. I just only use it for SMT purposes. Nothing else. Let's see what we get. I could have waited a little bit longer for maybe, enter somewhere here, but again, usually Ideally, you would want to enter maybe 5-6 minutes before the news, while the spreads are still normal, because after that usually spreads start widen, and you might not get a good fill even if you're trading index futures or CFD. CFDs you have the spreads, and index futures you might just not get also the good fill. So again, and my stop is basically at, well, a little bit lower than the 50% of the hourly imbalance. I don't think we need to go inside of it that deep, and well, a little bit above this 15-minute imbalance also. Let's see, we have 2 minutes left, so let's see what we get. Again, these lows are just way too clean. And obviously all this unfinished business right here also. Alright, so we did get this spike above these highs, and now I'd like to see honestly just tank, since we just literally spiked it just 2 minutes before, the news announcement. I want to see it just tank. Okay, FOMC about to hit the market. Boom! Beautiful. Lovely. See, even trading you froze. It's literally freezing right now. So obviously this sell side is cleared. At this point my stop will be in a little bit in profit around here. Actually, let's just make it 1-to-1, whatever, right? So I believe we should see this objective being hit. In the worst case it does come back, at least I'll be up 1R. So, can't go wrong with that. Yeah, I really liked how we went above this high literally just a minute before the FOMC statement. So that, like I mentioned, this gave me confidence that we should just tank. We should not see any manipulation higher. Okay, well, at this point it actually makes sense to take a little off. So let's say oh, well, while I was doing it, see, interesting, like, I mean, trading you, well, I was trying to buy. See, it's not ordinary in even my take profit. That's interesting. So I can close out. How can I close out? Interesting. Well, regardless, you can see that literally TradingView just froze up on me. I cannot close my order. Can't do anything. That's okay, but you see that the logic was very simple. Hopefully. I mean, in my eyes, I might be biased. Okay, oh, finally we got the fill. Good. So as you can see here, where's this? Oh wow, it's lagging. Let me close this. That's interesting. My buying order lagged. Well, anyway. Yeah, okay, so it did still fill me basically at that price, but that's interesting to see that TradingView is basically lagging, and then you see that I clicked this, I wanted to partial out at 3 contracts, and it did not do anything for me. It just randomly started opening orders later, but it doesn't matter. This was actually very interesting. I think, you know, if you did not see this live, and you know, this is what can happen. And imagine if you try trade in the first minutes, literally the first minute, like seconds, and the first 1 or 2 minutes after the news hit. It's, you know, that's what's going to happen. That's the reason why I entered just what 5-6 minutes before the news happened. Yeah, because if you enter like literally just a few minutes before, probably the spreads get wider, and you know, you might not get honored on the fill. See, yeah, it's lagging, you can see that. But anyways, you can see that the sell side has been taken. Obviously this one, and this was our obvious trend line, so also this was taken out. Alright, well, until I talk to you next time, hopefully you learned something today and it was interesting. Let me know in the comments what you think. And until I talk to you next time, take care.